All right. Okay, again, classic Sidechick song there. Now, Sidechick guidelines. Let's go ahead and jump into the topic. The divorce rate of Black America is really pitiful. It's well over 50% of our marriages end in divorce. And then we have a high percentage of us getting remarried as well. And then those marriages end up in divorce. And that results in a whole lot of animosity, a whole lot of drama. It results in a whole lot of legal proceedings and a whole lot of children coming from split households and a lot of them not being raised without both parents, the mother and the father. Even without the divorce rate, many households do not have a father in them at all. Can you maybe, I don't know, tell them to take them outside or something? Yeah, just take them outside. Don't ask them, just take them. Many children are being raised without a father and as a constant physical presence in their lives. The great majority of us middle-aged and younger adults have not been taught how to have a successful relationship and marriage, or have been taught using other people's standards. The result of this you can see in every one of our communities and on social media. You will witness endless arguments, street fights, shootings, and killings. Children raised without a loving father and a loving mother and protective father, well, a loving father too, often end up with low self-esteem. They have a negative outlook on life. They become bullies, stalkers, criminals, or they allow themselves to be in an abusive relationship. Now, note I said children raised in a household with a loving mother and a protective father, because we understand that a lot of households have mothers that are abusive, whether verbally or physically abusive or mentally abusive, and we have some household with fathers that's the same. So I'm talking about loving mothers who are nurturing and providing for the different needs of their children, and fathers who are also there to protect their children, not harm them, to help them, to teach them and love them. I'm not talking about the terribly dysfunctional households. I'll discuss all of that at another time. But this series of different discussions that I want to have is just to put information out there. My purpose is and has always been to try to help our communities to do better, to heal people, to enlighten people, so that we can unite and be better as a whole. Okay? So some of you will be thankful for this topic, and some of you may be angry about it at first. However, if you take the time to think about it and practice, just think about what I'm presenting here realistically. Think about it and practice it. I'm sure that the quality of your relationships and our communities will be a lot better. It will reduce, you will see a reduction in the social and economic disasters plaguing our communities today. Now, Sidechick guidelines. Let me answer some questions first that you all might be having. Why are some women side chicks? One of the main reasons is that sometimes women don't know that they're a side chick, and they find out later on. Some men are really good at sneaking and juggling multiple relationships. There's a lot of people, I even see the judges' court TV shows where men have been found out later on to have whole families on another side of town. Wife and children that don't even know about each other in two different parts of town or two different cities or states or whatever. So some of them just don't know that they're a side chick, and they find out later on. Some of them know that they are a side chick and they choose to stay after weighing the options, or they may really love the man, really care for the man, so they choose to remain as a side chick. Some of them choose it from the beginning. But why would somebody choose it from the beginning? Well, they could be newly divorced and decide they don't want a serious relationship right now. Or they could be fresh out of just a regular relationship, a long-term relationship that they decided, you know what, I want to be free. I don't want to be, I'm enjoying being single. I'm enjoying me. I'm getting to know myself again. Getting back on my own feet and selling my own mind. Some of them don't want a commitment, period. Yes, men, there are some women who are afraid of commitment too. And some just want some once in a while. They don't want a stable man in their life. They want just somebody, like a maintenance man once in a while for whatever reason. It could be because, they have children, they're in school and want to put their education or their job first, or for any number of reasons, people may choose that route. When you do find yourself as a side chick, whether it was intentional or you didn't realize it and you decided later on that you wanted to do it, what do you do about it? Do you get angry and lash out at the main chick or try to destroy the man? Do you try to contact the main chick, the main woman, whether it's a wife or just a girlfriend? Do you try to contact her and cause trouble in their relationship, cause them to try to break up? Or do you just keep quiet and just enjoy it? Most people do the first one or the second one. Most people that I have seen have become very angry at being a side chick. And why? Why are you angry? And then, of course, when the main chick finds out, she's even more angry and she feels hurt, lied to, betrayed. She feels all kind of things, all kind of negative emotions. And of course, anger, and a lot of times she does all kind of stuff to the man, or she may try to fight the main chick and things like that. These things are what I want to try to curtail, to help to fix, to straighten. How do I do that? Well, everybody has to have rules. Every game has to have rules. Life has rules. Every social situation has a set of rules, whether it's written or unspoken. There's always rules. And once we learn the rules and try to abide by them, then people can operate in that situation successfully, or much more successfully. The standard for marriage that many of us have in the diaspora, and again, this is for my melanated people, Melanated, by melanated I mean black, African American, but it's also other people in the diaspora as well, because the Africans were dispersed all over. Well, first of all, we're the original people of every land anyway, but also as far as the diaspora, we were dispersed to different regions and countries all over. So I'm talking to us who have been removed from our natural way of living, and we have been force fed what is called the Western mindset. They call it the Western mindset, but it's really just the Caucasian mindset. The Caucasians have developed different religions and different values that they impose on everybody else. It's their standards of what they feel is right or wrong, what they feel is a family, what they feel should be a marriage, what they feel should be our way of life. I don't want to use the word polygamy because so many people get upset about the word polygamy, and they go against polygamous marriages or polygamous relationships so bad. But the truth is, a lot of us are in polygamous relationships and you don't even know it. A lot of us are in a relationship with a man who has a girlfriend, has a side chick, has another wife often, and we don't know nothing about it. And then when you find out about it, that's when we have all these problems. So, and this is the thing, ladies. A lot of times you have a good man. Now, and I'm speaking to you all from the standpoint of a therapist, okay? I'm sorry, I didn't introduce my background. First of all, the name that my mother gave me is Regina, but my spiritual name is Amaria the Seer. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology with a minor in English, and I have a master's degree in counseling, specializing in marriage and family therapy. I've counseled for many years, since about 2005. I guess that's not many years, but it's a lot. But I'm currently not operating in that capacity, but I still do it like on just a community level or social level. I still do it a little bit, like but I've talked to so many different individuals and families and couples, and I've seen so much that could be avoided if people would just, I guess, listen to the needs of the other person, if they would just and open their minds. And I myself now, like they say, hindsight is 20/20. Okay, I myself, when I was younger, because I got married very young. I was 21 when I got married, and we didn't have much support, emotional or marital support from either side of our family. And we ended up getting divorced. But had we had people, like Betty Wright made a song, she said, no pain, no gain. And in her song, she said, you remember how people used to find out you were on the verge of breaking up, and they would cook a little food and throw a little party and whisper things in your ear like, don't blame Mr. Charlie. You know, people used to be more supportive of the marriage and the family back then. They would try to help you stay together when you had problems, even problems with infidelity. But nowadays, the first thing you hear is, girl, you need to leave him alone. Girl, you need to divorce him. Girl, you need to break up with him. You need to find somebody else. You need to be single. And single life may be for some people, but it's not for everybody. Now, I myself am single, happily single, mind you. Um, my second marriage was terrible. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. It was abusive, and it was just awful. And then the divorce and the custody battle was really, really, oh my gosh, it was horrific. So I've been single now for, I think, like a couple of years. And I have no desire to get back into a serious relationship anytime soon. Um, so I just, see somebody every now and then. I'm one of those people that, like I mentioned earlier, is content with being single and just, every now and then, just, have a friend. Nothing serious. But, oh Lord, I lost my train of thought. Some men, let me go here. Some men, if you have a man that you feel like never cheated on you, and he's happy, and you all have a successful marriage and relationship, that is wonderful. You got some men that are like penguins. And say, for instance, we can see a lot from the animal world and say this is what is natural. It's not the same for everybody across the board, but what is in nature is usually what's considered more natural, right? So we have some animals like the penguin who can pick a mate, a single mate, and they're satisfied with their mate for life. Like they mate for life with that one male or female, okay? And they're content. But I believe most of our men, close to all of them, are more like the lion. And the lion is a species that likes to be around a lot of different females and likes a lot of attention, and likes, variety. A lot of our men, they may really love the main chick, that they call the main chick, but they just want something different. And sometimes, I've ran across this as well, sometimes the man has a lot of stamina, virility. They want to have sex a whole lot. They have a lot of love to give. I guess that's a tactful way to say it. They have a lot of love to give. You got some men who don't have a lot of love to give, and I'm just saying low sex drive, and they're content with, some every now and then, and just want the same person. And that's, hey, if that's what floats your boat and you two are happy with that, then that is excellent, excellent, excellent. But some men have so much love to give that the main chick can't deal with it all. And so a lot of times the main chick will push them away. And it's another thing, Betty Wright had another song about that called The Clean Up Woman. She said, jumping slick was my ruin. And so a lot of the main chicks will jump slick. They will, push the man away and say, no, I don't feel like that right now. And, you need to go sit down and go take a cold bath or whatever. That may work for a little while, but it doesn't work for long. And that's when men end up going out there looking for the clean up woman. So that could be one of the issues as well. Wouldn't it be so much better, since a lot of men either have cheated, are currently cheating, or are in one of those situations where it's too much for one woman to handle? Wouldn't it be better, if he's going to do it anyway, mind you, to know about it and to have some say-so in it, to know the person that he's creeping with, and to know that they're clean, to know that they've gotten tested for any types of STDs, to know what they're like, and to just, I guess, get along. You don't have to, have dinner together. You don't have to go shopping together and stuff like that. But at least just get to the point to where, like, say for instance, if he's at the side chick's house and something happens to him and he gets unconscious and he has to go to the hospital, wouldn't you rather have the side chick to call you and say, hey, such and so is in the hospital, he's unconscious, you might want to come out here and see about him? Wouldn't you rather have that than for you to be sitting there wondering, oh my gosh, where's my man at? Or he was in a serious accident or something, you know nothing about it, and he could be in the hospital for days and you don't know nothing about it. Wouldn't it be so much better if as soon as something happens, the side chick calls you and lets you know? Wouldn't that be better? Or, a lot of times the man spends money on the side chick. And next time you know, your bills may start lacking. Or things that you may want for yourself you can't get because he spent the money somewhere else and a lot of times lied to you about where the money went. Wouldn't it be better if you could have a sort of say-so in how much money gets divided up, between the two of you, than if you just know nothing about it at all? That's another thing. So I'm just saying, a little bit of civility goes a long way, and a little bit of understanding goes even farther. And if he's going to do it anyway, why not? Who would not want to have some say-so in that? So, again, I said this video was going to be a little bit for everybody. So that was a little bit for the main chick. Side chick guidelines. We have to have some rules to go by. Okay? So here we go. Number one rule. Stay in your lane, side chick. Don't try to be the main. Stay in your lane. Don't try to be the main. You got a lot of side chicks that secretly want the position of main. And so they're constantly doing underhanded stuff or constantly whispering negative things in the man's ear trying to get the main position. Don't do that. That just causes arguments, strife. That may even cause him to despise you, because 9 times out of 10, he really loves the main. That's why he's still with her. So if you to be just whispering that negative stuff in his ear or whatever, doing whatever you're doing, trying to become the main, just chill with that. That's. And a lot of times they say the same way you got them is the same way you will lose them. So be careful of that too. Next guideline or rule: respect the main chick. Don't try to contact her except for emergencies. All of the private calls and videotapes and videos and stuff that y'all try to sneak to the main chicks to expose the man. Stop. Don't demand extra time for the man. You too must rotate the man. A lot of times it should be based on your cycle. Like, say for instance, if it is something with sex with the man, like he just really wants to have sex, then wouldn't it be nice if you and the main chick could coordinate your cycles to where, okay, when you're on your cycle, he'll be over here with me. When I'm on my cycle, he'll be over there with you. Wouldn't that be nice? And that way you don't have to worry about him going to somebody else unless y'all cycles are about the same time. Then you all have to work out some other stuff. some other things to keep him entertained in the meantime. Okay, and we won't go there right now. If the main chick calls when he is with the side chick, just be quiet. Don't be making a whole lot of extra background noise to make the main chick be like, who was that? Where you at? Don't be trying to make extra loud noise with the pies or cough or pick that time to say something to try to whatever. Just be quiet in the background. Just respect the main chick again. Going back to that one. Allow the man to take care of his financial responsibilities first, especially if he has underage children. So basically, don't demand all of his money. Okay? Understand that he still has responsibilities, and that's how you let the man be the man. Okay? And you should respect him for wanting to take care of his main responsibilities first. Okay? Especially if he has underage children. You don't want to be taking food out of the children's mouths. Okay? So don't try to take all of his money just to be spiteful. Okay? Next one. Be available when he needs you. Okay? 3 is enough. The triangle needs to say a triangle, not a square or octagon, hexagon, whatever it is. Okay? 3 is enough. So be available when he needs you. Side chick. And that's, of course, when the main chick can't deal with him. when he's too much for the main chick to deal with, or when they get into an argument or whatever, be available for him so that he doesn't try to throw another person in the mix. Okay? 3 is enough. What do they say? 3 is company, 4 is a crowd. There you go. Keep your body clean and disease free. Get checked like every 6 months to a year. If everything, you feel like everything is good, you're not having any symptoms, then you can go to a year. But otherwise, this every 6 months, get checked to make sure everything is clean, and you're getting checked for stuff that don't necessarily show up in symptoms, because you got some diseases, some STDs that don't have no symptoms, but you can have them. Okay. So keep your body clean. I don't understand why a lot of women do not want to take a sit down bath, but our bodies need to soak sometimes once in a while. And I know they have this whole yoni system now too, where if for whatever reason you can't sit in a tub of water and soak, then you could try the yoni system to keep yourself clean. But that's one way to keep down infections and extra bacteria and stuff like that, so that there won't be any STDs coming up or infections being transferred. Be kind and good to your vagina. Keep it clean, and don't do dishes, ladies. Dishes are not good for you. They say dishes are only good for prostitutes, people that have a whole lot of men going up in them regularly. Then that's when they need a dish, because the dish kills the good and the bad bacteria, which we need a balance of the two to maintain a healthy vaginal atmosphere. We need the good and the bad bacteria in there. Okay. So next rule or guideline: be happy to see the man and fulfill his needs for the time being. If he's having problems in his main household that's causing him to be angry and want to leave, what makes you think that he wants to have the same arguments and problems when he gets to you? He don't want to hear the drama. He don't want to hear the arguments. He don't want to hear the where have you been, this, that, and the other. And again, if you two, main chick and side chick, would come to an understanding, you wouldn't have to be worried about where he's at. You would know where he's at. He's either there, or he's at work, or something like that. Even if he's not hanging out with his friends, okay? But you won't be worried about what other woman that he is with, because you would know. Okay. Don't talk bad about the main chick or their relationship. Only offer encouragement. And I know Usher made a song about this. He was talking about how you make me want to leave the one I'm with and start a new relationship with you. And he was saying before anything came between us, you were like my best friend, the one I used to run and talk to when me and my girls were having problems. He said she used to say everything would be okay and suggest little nice things I should do. But then he said when he went home and laid his head down, he was thinking about her, the other girl, the friend. So don't talk bad about the main chick. Just offer solutions for how they can work on their relationship. Okay? Because again, remember the other rule up in the top. You're not trying to be the main chick, so stay in your lane. Don't talk bad about her. And a lot of times, like I said, that can make the man resent you too, because 9 times out of 10, he really does love the main chick, and that's why he's still with her. Okay? So that just makes you look like a hater. Next rule or guideline: be drama free. Again, if home life is full of arguments and attitudes, he doesn't need the same from his side chick's place. This man needs to have some place where he can go and be comfortable and be happy, kick his feet up, and like Destiny Child say, somebody to cater to him. Okay? Don't cheat on the man side chick. Okay? Once you choose to become a side chick, then you gave up your rights to another relationship. When you start adding too many people in there, again, it becomes a hexagon, octagon, pentagon, whatever it is. And that's just increasing the likelihood of STDs and also a bunch of drama and turmoil. Okay? So, don't cheat. Don't cheat on a man. And don't say, oh, it's because he's cheating. Look, again, the man is probably going to cheat regardless. But if you all follow these guidelines, it could be just the three of you, and not a whole bunch of other people that you don't even know about thrown into the mix. And again, the goal is to reduce STDs, is to help the children that's produced by these marriages to have their father in their lives. Oh, let me pause for a minute. So, the children, if there are children produced in these two different households, it would be nice, again, if the main chick and the side chick would get along so that the children can be raised to know each other as their brothers and sisters, as their siblings. It's been so many times people may end up dating or talking to their own sibling and not even realizing it's their sibling because they didn't grow up with their sibling because of these situations like what I'm talking about. This man got a whole other family over here that nobody knows about. I saw one sad video about that. I think it was on Facebook, where the brother and the sister were dating, and they had similar features too. Like their ears were the same. I guess that's how the dad's ears were. Their nose and eyebrows were the same. But they just thought, they just looked similar. They didn't know they was actually some kin to each other, and they had done everything. And it was really sad once they found out, and that was just like devastating. And then they felt disgusted. But again, if you all could just get along, these children can grow up together, and they can grow up with their father. No child should have to walk to school by themselves. No underage elementary school child should have to walk to school by themselves. Okay? If he's in one household walking the children to school, or even if the mother is walking them to school and the other child the other child's parent can't do it, so that child got to walk to school by themselves. Then you got child abduction, possibility of the child being raped or molested or harassed, or anything can happen to that child. It's just safer. It's too many children annually being abducted. It's too many children being violated. And again, if we have this strong male presence in the home around, then that will cut out a lot of that. Okay. And again, that child should not have to like walk to school by themselves or be unsupervised any time, because they should have these, 3 parents that would be there to help them. And I know my first husband would probably say, well, where was all these Sidechick guidelines when we was together? Again, hindsight is 2020. So let's get back to the guidelines. If you call and he sends it to voicemail, don't keep calling over and over. You all can have a special code that when it's an emergency, then that's the code that you send for an emergency. But again, don't abuse that system either. You got some women that say it's an emergency, and when the man calls, it's, oh, I just want to know what you wanted for dinner, or I haven't had dinner yet, or I miss you, or something like that. Like, come on, what? Let it be a real emergency. Don't abuse. Don't cry wolf. Basically, is what I'm saying. Don't cry wolf. And have a code so that if the side chick checks this code or does this type of ring, then you'll know it's really an emergency. And otherwise, if he sends it to voicemail, just wait your turn. Just wait your turn. Okay? Plain and simple. When you get mad, don't mess up the main chick's house or car. Don't mess up the main chick's stuff. It's not her fault that you done got mad at the man. Now, if the main chick did something to make you mad, then that's her. I'm talking about the man making you mad and you want to take it out on the main chick. Don't do that. Confront the man about whatever you're angry about, and confront him in a way that would be conducive to solving the problem, not just conducive to just anger. Okay? Okay, here we go. Let's do this one first. Don't show up or call either of their jobs. Some side chicks, when they get mad, they try to get the man fired off his job. Or they try to show up to the woman's job, to the main chick's job, and cause a scene there. Don't do that. That makes you look bad. And it just throws a wrench in it for everybody. It's not good at all. That man needs his job to take care of his family, and she probably needs her job for the same. So don't go trying to mess up people's job. You don't want nobody doing it to you, so don't do it to them. Don't take sneak pics of you and the man together and post on social media. Now, if you all have shared this with the public, that this is your relationship as far as the main chick and the side chick agreeing to go public with it, then that's fine. You can take pics and share it and stuff like that. But otherwise, what's done in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. Don't go around airing out stuff that shouldn't be aired out, or exposing stuff that shouldn't be exposed. Be decent about it, okay? And don't be trying to make nobody jealous. Don't be trying to make nobody jealous with the stuff, okay? Last one. If you want to end the relationship, give proper notice to the main chick as well, so she can prepare properly for a possible new side chick. She wants to know if there's going to be a different woman. She needs to know. She should know. Again, for all of these other reasons, for the health checks, the communication in case of an emergency, for all these different reasons, sharing of the money, everything. She needs to know as well. Now, again, main chick, you can get mad about this stuff and end up, you know, you may want to end up leaving the situation and being single. That's your choice. And hopefully you will find a man that's more like a penguin than like a lion and be happy. Hopefully you will. But if not, and you really do love that man, and especially if you have children by that man, but you really do love him, just be a little understanding and try to make it work. Okay? And just try these guidelines that I'm telling you. And I'm sure you will see more improvements in the whole situation. I'm trying to see if there's any questions or comments. No. Okay. That is all I have, and I hope that I said something to enlighten you all, to improve the communities. We don't need the children being bullies or having low self-esteem and ending up, you know, getting into all these different fights and things like that because they're not happy at the home life that they have had. And also with the different side chicks and the main chicks fighting over men. We don't need that, y'all. That just makes us look bad as a whole, and it makes you look bad individually. No matter how many views you get on these fight videos, it still does not look good. Okay? So, I hope that I said something to help this whole situation, and hopefully we will see an improvement in the individual relationships. If you try these guidelines and they worked or did not work, please let me know later on. And if you have a success story especially, please share it, because many more of us need to hear that. Okay? Bye. Take care.